What's going on, guys? My name is Dominic. I'm the CEO of Steele Industries Inc. And today we're going to be filming a helmet setup video for use with night vision devices. This is going to be our first YouTube video on our channel. We are going to be making more. We just invested in a lot of camera equipment, and we plan on pumping out a lot of informative videos regarding night vision and rifle setups and all that other kind of jazz. So if you guys want to, stay tuned and get informed of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified when we upload videos. So let's get kind of right into it. A lot of this is personal preference. You're going to have to get hands-on experience with helmets and accessories to really get a need and feel for what's actually needed and what's extra. To start off, this is going to be a M-Tech Flux ballistic helmet. If you don't need ballistic, if you don't go to shoot house classes, or you just don't need to spend the extra price tag for ballistic, it's not needed. I rocked a bump version of this for a good portion of this year, and recently I just started going to shoot houses, so that's why I bought the ballistic. Even though this is the ballistic model, it weighs nothing. It's super light, and by far from Team Wendy and OpsCore, this is my favorite helmet setup on the market, just because of the way it's shaped. It feels natural on my head. It just curves with my head. So with all that said, the only dislike I have with this helmet is the chin strap system. You can't put the Team Wendy Cam Fit, which I feel is the most superior chin strap system on the market. And the reason that is because there's no holes drilled into this helmet to compromise the ballistic protection, which is a cool feature and all, but it would be nice if they made an option to add the Cam Fit. I will say I do have the 4D Deluxe pads in here, and no matter what helmet you have, I highly recommend them. It's like a memory foam pillow. It's the best padding system for your helmet on the market. It's only $100. It's worth it. If you want to put your helmet on and not complain about hot spots or it's uncomfortable, then these are the pads to get. Moving to the side of the helmet here, we have a Surefire M300V attached to a Unity Tactical Remora mount. I've used this light for walking in the woods with my friends, and if it's pitch black, obviously if there's no ambient light, your tubes are going to perform less than if there was ambient light. So I can flip this to the IR version head, or flip it to the IR version rather, and that's white light. But if we go this way, it's the IR version, and it punches out, works perfectly fine for all the times I've used it. And again, as you saw, there is that white light, and you don't need something as powerful as this. I just like to have it because it's powerful, and that's what I use it for. You can get a Princeton Tech MPLS or something like that. It attaches to the rail, and it's not super bright, but it's bright enough if you're doing map work or reloading mags or trying to clear a malfunction, it should work fine. But I like the M300V. It does what I need it to do. I don't need to change it. Up top here, I got the Mohawk camera recording system. I really just use this to record range days or just record shenanigans with whatever I'm doing when I'm wearing my helmet. This is something that you don't really need. It's more of a want if you want to record stuff. But it's nice. I like its use compared to the other camera systems on the market, like Contour and all those different kind of camera systems. Moving to the side here, we have the Unity Tactical Marks holding Peltor Contact 3s. I'm not a fan of the way they sit on my ear. It works. I'm not going to change it. It's just a little uncomfortable. The M-Tech was made to take sword-ins. I'm not a fan of sword-ins. I like Peltors. Again, those are just personal preferences. Since I don't want to run sword-ins, I got to deal with the uncomfortableness of running the Peltors. It is what it is. But Peltor, sword-ins, test them all, see what you like, run it. Again, you're gonna have to go over and use different type of configurations on your helmet to see what works for you and what doesn't. Moving to the back of the helmet, you can obviously see I have the PBS31 battery pack. Now this connects my night vision devices up front, which we'll go over here in a second. It acts as my counterweight. My night vision devices weigh literally nothing. I don't need a ton of weight holding the counterbalance. this does the job. I got the T-Rex arms lanyard holding 3 lithium batteries for me. My PVS 31s are picky, only gotta run lithium batteries, nothing else. Moving up top here, we have the Core Survival LE Tactical version. By far my favorite strobe on the market. We got a flashing green and a flashing red in both visible and IR. Moving to the side here, I just got an American flag IR patch. Looks cool. I support America. Accessories. Moving to the front here, this is where all the action takes place. These are my PVS 31s attached to a L4 G24. Now, there's all different kinds of mounts on the market, okay? It's all personal preference again. You have the L4 G24, which what our company thinks is the most superior mounting system on the market. You have the L version, which allows you to extend the knob farther if you're running gas masks or iPro. You got the Naroda's low stow, which essentially doesn't have this click button here like the G24 to fold it down. The low stow is just pressure, so you just pull it down. But again, there's a bunch of preferences on what to use. We like to sell customers the Wilcox L4 G24. It works for us, it works for everybody we've sold to, it's what we recommend. Again, personal preference. Use different types of mounts, see which one you like, buy it. We do recommend, so my PVS 31s take a dovetail shoe. They already have dovetail installed on them. This is a dovetail mount. When you're buying night vision devices, whether it's a PVS 14 or DTMVGs are already gonna have the dovetail shoe. We highly recommend either an Naroda's dual dovetail or the Wilcox J-arm in any type of dovetail mount. You got the USGI Rhino mounts and J-arms, and they work, yeah, sure, but why are you putting $2,500, $10,000, whatever price tag on a $25 mounting system? Spend the extra money, get a nice mount. You don't want it to be falling off and cracking and breaking. Just gonna do a brief spin here so you guys can kind of get some action shots. That's pretty much the basics of it. This isn't a super long detailed video. I've gone over what works for me. You can configure your helmet to set up to look something like this or see what works for you. Like I said, you're gonna have to go out, buy stuff, spend money, and see what works for you. That is the most important thing when you're building your helmet setup. You don't need unnecessary bullshit on your helmet adding extra weight. It's just not needed. Again, this is by far my favorite configuration. It works, I love it. I don't really need to change anything. It's great. And just to show you the balance here, it's perfect. Again, that's because my night vision device is super light, and all I'm running here is just the battery pack. This is our first YouTube video, just a basic helmet setup and how we set up, or I personally set up my helmet. Maybe we'll film different helmet setup videos for each employee that works for us. We'll see. We do plan on pumping out a lot more videos. Like I said earlier, we did invest in a lot of camera equipment, and we're going to be able to film in low light. So, if you guys have any questions or you're interested in purchasing night vision devices, go ahead and go on the link in the description, and you can fill out a contact form. Also tell us what you want to see, whether it's running and gunning and blasting steel or paper, or a rifle setup video, or a different laser video, or even different night vision devices. We got PVS 14s, DTMVGs, 31s, we have RNVGs, Mod 3s in the other room. If you guys want to see different night vision setups, we can do it, no problem at all. So drop comments below, drop comments on our Instagram, fill out a contact page if you want to contact us and get a nice night vision unit. We personally build everything in-house. We're not other night vision companies that outsource, and we build everything in-house. We're able to quality control check everything, make sure it's all perfect before it goes out the door to you guys. Again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We look forward to making more YouTube videos for you guys and informing the community, the night vision community, the gun community, learning all this stuff. It's a lot of information, it's expensive, and you want to make sure you're making the right decisions before purchasing something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Dominic, signing off.